Hey Soundcheck buddies, welcome to the basement. Today I'm sitting here with two of the guys from Dead Star Renegade.
I am Jimmy.
And I am Jay.
But what's your stage name?
Jimmy.
Jimmy what?
Jimmy Van Zeno.
Jimmy Van Zeno right there. It's very gangster.
He's gangster.
Is he a gangster?
I'm not a gangster.
Good,
I'm a
because
rock
I
star.
thought I saw your Tommy Guns in the pocket.
That's a good one.
Speaking of Tommy Guns, you've just launched your debut single, Tommy Guns, at Revellers in Melbourne. Tell us the best thing about the night. P.S. Great segue, by the way. Yeah.
I think the best thing about the night was that we got asked to do an encore, which hadn't happened for a while, but the only problem was we'd run out of songs.
Oh, cool.
So we had to play Tommy Gun twice, which was good because it went down really well. That was probably the best part of the night, I think, for me.
Were people singing along?
They were
By the
singing
second
along.
one at least?
They were singing along on the first one.
Oh,
We've got
great.
a part in the song for a shout out from the audience, my Tommy. And that gets done by the crowd, which is really good, and we did that twice, it went down well.
Awesome. And any standout comments after the show? Any marriage proposals or anything like that?
No, they're all married.
Yeah, that's right. We had a...
No, I'm the only single one, ladies.
Keep that in mind. He's the drummer at the back. Not as easily seen, but don't forget him.
That's right. No, we had a really good reaction. It went down really well. The room was pretty packed. It was almost sold out there, so had Fast Track on the bill as well, and it was a really good night.
Good. And so the fans that have been with you for a while, what's their response been to the new single?
Well, it's up for free download, and we've had, I think, about 300 downloads so far, so people are grabbing it and getting into it, which is good. They know the words to the song at the show, so it's all going really well.
That's what you like to hear. Yeah. And tell us about the cover. You got a guy with a hat on, he looks really gangster, and he's got two guns, like crossed out like that. Who designed that?
That was designed by our bass player, Tim. He does all the design work for us, all the artwork. He's pretty handy with all that sort of stuff. He's done a good job, looks really good.
Definitely. And so you're in the process of designing your debut album cover as well at the moment?
We are. There's some posters. There might be a poster at the back or on the
Maybe
side. But yeah, the album cover's pretty much done, so it's ready to go. Tim's designed all that, done a good job.
And that's called Black Wings.
Black Wing.
Black Wing, yeah.
Black Wing.
Yeah. And it's got two wings on the front. That's where I'm getting confused. So tell me about the biggest hurdle you've had to overcome so far. Or has it just all been really
guitarists. For the last couple of years, we've been to a couple of guitarists, and we needed to fill the lineup. We definitely needed two guitar prong attacked.
So
you know what I mean?
A bass and a normal guitar, or two normal guitars and a bass?
Yeah, two normal guitars.
Two normal guitars and a bass.
So we've had two guys come through the last couple of years that have both been great, but for different circumstances have had to leave the band. Matt Rowe, who recorded the guitars on the album, he's had to go up to Queensland for work. So unfortunately we've lost him, but we've got a couple of people lined up, so hopefully by the time this airs, we'll have a new guitarist to go along with Matt Owen, a little shorty guitarist.
A little shorty, but hopefully he doesn't outshine him by being too tall.
Yeah, no.
That'd be bad. So tell us about your musical influences.
Anything from Air Supply to Lamb of God.
Pretty much.
That's pretty heavy.
Lamb of God's pretty heavy. I've only just recently started getting into that, but Chris Adler's just an amazing drummer. And yeah, Air Supply, actually, that's not a joke. I did listen to that when I was a kid, mainly because Mum used to play it all the time.
I don't know Air Supply.
I don't know what you're missing out on.
Who are they? Are they folksy music? Is this like how
Australian.
big this... They're Australian?
Everyone listens to Air Supply when you have a breakup, pretty much. They write songs like that, but I pretty much learned how to sing backing vocals because of them.
Oh,
I
there you
learned how to
go.
play drums because of Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee.
Everyone
Good old
knows
Tommy Lee. Have you got Tommy Lee's taste in women?
Yeah, pretty much.
I guess what man
No, I'm not
doesn't.
fussy.
You know what I'm saying? He is fussy, always the good women. And tell me about your musical influences.
My musical influences would be Kiss. Kiss would be my main influence. I used to dress up when I was about 8 years old as Ace Frehley or Paul Stanley with a sheet tied around myself and makeup on, and the tennis racket guitar and all that sort of stuff.
Who did you make up?
Mum.
Thanks,
or my
Mum.
brother. And bands like that, Skid Row, Alice in Chains, Aerosmith, all those sort of, a lot of 80s hard rock, but then a lot more modern stuff as well.
Yeah.
Lamb of God, of course.
Yeah.
Slayer,
Slayer.
anything.
They're pretty hard as well.
Hardcore.
Now tell us just quickly about who writes the songs. Do you take it in turns?
With this album, the songs have been written by myself and Tim, our bass player. Basically, we write individually, and we put it all together ourselves at home and bring it in to the rest of the band and go through, and everyone sort of adds their herbs and spices, and it comes out the way it does. But
Into a tasty meal of album delight. Black wheat.
Yeah.
Do you like that?
That was good.
All right, we've got to get going. We've got more to do, but it's been great chatting, and will you stick around for another interview?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
thank you.
Dead Star Renegade.